Hey folks, well, as you can see, I got a lot going on my desk here, and I wanted to say if you guys have heard an improvement in my videos when it comes to the sound quality, it's because I did pick up an external mic for my iPhone, and I do all my recordings with my iPhone. This is a really cool microphone. It's an microphone. I picked it up for $28. And I would show it to you, but it's actually attached to my my iPhone right now. But if you just look up you guys are obviously on the internet right now, but if you look up the microphone on Amazon or wherever, you can really see what this thing looks like. It's really easy. You plug it in, and I think it sounds much better. I mean, you guys are the judge of that. I guess you guys are listening to me right now. And then I also picked up, which I don't have a box of, but I also picked up, it's something that grasp on, and it's called an IDW. It's made by IDW, and what it does is it holds on to your phone. It kind of clamps on there. It's really made of high quality. Like I said, everything I purchase is usually from Amazon. Go to Amazon, look up IDW, and it basically holds onto your iPhone, and it's that way you can put your iPhone on a tripod and you can adjust the height and all that stuff. My tripod that I picked up at a garage sale, and it's about 75 years old, and it's made of outstanding quality. So a lot of my stuff is garage sale stuff. You know that from who I am. Right now what I'm doing is I have an old knife that it just never got really sharp, as sharp as I want. Hollow ground knife, and being hollow ground, it just, it does get sharp, but it just did not have the sharpness that I really liked, and it didn't have the strength and durability. And when it comes to hollow ground knives, they're generally made for skinning of game and all that stuff, and I really don't do that much hunting. Now I am going to get into hunting here pretty soon because I'll have more time with my job, and my back is getting a little bit better, slowly but surely. But what you're looking at me doing is, what I'm trying to do is put some sort of a small convex grind on my knife. And this is a stone. This is a Japanese whetstone. I've owned this for many years, and I use it periodically to put a really nice edge. And I think I've done a video on another knife that I've done. But what made me fall in love with convex grinds is obviously my Bravo 1. This is the sharpest knife I own, and it maintains an edge which is incredible. You guys have seen the abuse that I've given this knife. I use it to start fires. I do everything with this knife in my backyard. I basically start fires and play in my backyard with my knives almost every other day. And I like to do this with my daughter also. I take my daughter out there, we make a little campfire, and we sit around, and maybe I'll shoot my gun off and all that stuff. And she enjoys going outside there and having daddy time. And I enjoy it an awful lot too. But this knife is so deadly sharp, and it's just awesome. And you can see I wrapped it with my with that camo foam that I did a video on before. I had a giveaway for camo foam. I really didn't get very much response. I can't believe that. I gave away 3 rolls, I think, and that was for anybody that did a video, got a free roll of camo foam. I might do another video giveaway, but I would like more participation. But anyway, great knife, fantastic. You know my favorite knife is the Bravo 1. But what I'm doing now is hopefully I'm putting on a nice edge. Now, I am learning as I go when it comes to doing this with the Japanese whetstone. When it came to the basic grind, I'm just using a normal cheapo Dymo hone that I picked up in Korea. I don't have enough money to spend on a bunch of diamond whetstones, and a lot of you guys don't. Japanese whetstones. They're very expensive. So I just have one that I use for the finishing touches. But when it comes to the basic, getting the grind I want or performing a new grind, it really doesn't matter what you use, as long as it's removing metal. And this is just a cheap diamond stone that, I mean, right now I think you could pick something up like this for $10. You know, this one's made in Korea, but they have plenty that are made in China. Because your finishing touch is what's going to really give you that nice edge. And if you can see, I've been working on this knife for about 5-10 minutes. And you can kind of, I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's getting a nice polished look on that. Now, yeah, there's some scratching up there, but I'm going to work that off. That's going to go away eventually. I'm going to use a strop to finish this off. And by the time I get done with this, wow, it's getting pretty darn sharp. Let me see if I can show you guys. Let me see here. Wow. That's just messing around. That's pretty nice. Still not like my Bravo. Bravo 1. Like, if you guys want to see a sharp knife, let me see if I can get a piece of paper for you. Well, I can just use the paper I just used right there. That's a sharp knife. And I just used this to baton some wood to make another fire. A lot of people on my Gerber video don't understand what batoning is all about. I live in the East Coast. It rains like every other day, and if I want to go in my backyard and make a fire with my daughter, yeah, you can use an axe. You can use an axe. Sure. You can use an axe to do that. I love axes. I make axes all the time. Right now I'm in the middle of remaking an old farmer's axe, which has a nail remover, hammer. But I'm going to use this for a wilderness axe. And what I'm doing is I actually put a nice edge on it, as you can see. It's a nice razor sharp edge. And I got an old hammer. Picked this up on, I think, Amazon for $2. I refinished it. I put some rubber on there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in here, and I'm going to pound it on there, and then I've got some axe nails, which I'm going to place in here, and I'm going to finish it all off, and I'm going to have myself a really nice wilderness axe that I made, and I picked this up at a garage sale for $1. So for about $5, I'm going to have a really nice axe, and it's going to have some personality because I'm the one that made it. Pretty neat, huh? I like axes, and a lot of people in my Gerber video says, why don't you use an axe for that? Well, an axe really isn't something that I really want to carry around in my bag when I'm in a survival situation. Now in my backyard, sure, I use an axe. I'm going to be taking you for a walk in my backyard probably tomorrow, and I'm going to show you what I use some of my cheapo axes for, and show you how I start a fire. But in general, now your stone's getting a little wet. What I like to do is spit a little water on there. It's just me, It's not like anybody's gonna lick the stone and get germs from me. You spit a little extra water there. You want to keep a nice. Now I soaked this stone overnight too. This particular stone requires a soaking. Not all Japanese whetstones do. I've got all kinds of nifty Japanese things. My wife is Japanese, so I do get some really cool stuff from Japan. This is also like a rubbery type stone, and this is fantastic. I don't know how to read it to you guys because I don't know how to read Japanese, but let me see if I can find it. Hold on one second. Sorry for the delay. I didn't think I was going to show this to y'all. This is the box it came in. Pretty nifty. And what it is basically you can use it for all kinds of stuff. Cleaning. Let me see. I can read a little bit. You can use it to resharpen your knives, removing stains, removing hard water stains. So yeah, pretty nifty. You guys didn't know I could read Japanese, but I can do it a little bit. I'm pretty awesome. And yeah. Anyway, pretty high on myself too. Okay. Anyway. But yeah, this is a really cool little rubbery stone. See that? It's rubber, it bends, and you can use it for all kinds of nifty things. I use it in my emergency kit. I'm going to get some more of them. And what I might do is if I get a large response, what I'll do is I'll order a bunch from Japan and I'll offer them for sale on my website. I am going to start up my website again where I do have some nifty things for sale that you can't find in normal spots. And I think you guys will really enjoy that because I do usually sell things that are very unusual that cannot be found and I used to make a lot of extra money doing that on eBay. eBay's become a real ripoff, so I don't really want to use them anymore. They take about 20% of my profit, so I don't like that. But as you can see, I'm no professional. I'm not saying I'm a professional. I'm sure there's people that sharpen on whetstones all the time. They're saying, "My God, what are you doing to that knife?" What I'm doing is I'm actually reprofiling it. I'm actually just doing my deal here. I usually get really good results doing this. And as you can see, here's a knife that I've done. I didn't like the fact that it didn't get really sharp, and I redid that one. I can't really see that, but that one turned out just fine, and it's razor sharp. Just takes me a little bit longer than maybe a professional. I got a regular job, so I don't really get to learn everything that I want to, but I think self-practice works good. I don't need those trolls on eBay to tell me that I don't know how to baton wood or I'm misusing a knife. I love that. They say that you're misusing a knife. My basic thing is if a knife says that it's a survival knife is required in my book to do certain things. Splitting wood, food preparation, has some kind of defensive capability, stuff like that. Oh, hold on, babe, I'm making a video. That's my wife. She's a wonderful woman. I love her to death. But, I have knives for different reasons, This is not a survival knife, so I wouldn't be splitting wood with this. This is a survival knife. Okay? I would split wood with this. I would require that it does split wood without breaking. And I'm not talking about breaking in half. I'm talking about maybe breaking just a little bit, which reduces its capability. So if a knife, if you're batoning with it and it chips, for instance, it's still usable. But I would consider that a failure in my book, because if your knife gets severely damaged in the field, you really don't have an opportunity to fix it. So I would also consider that a failure. The Gerber had I'd say a 40% failure in my rate. Still very usable, but it's really depressing that you buy a knife and you can't do the things that it's advertised to do. So yeah, check out my Gerber video. It's got about 48,000 hits. But yeah, like I said, a lot of people really take it the wrong way, like I'm against Gerber. I have a lot of Gerber knives. I'm a big fan of Gerber. Very big fan of Gerber. I've got all kinds of Gerber stuff. I have some Gerber knives that are extremely expensive, up in the $500–600 range, but that's because they're 80 years old and they're in perfect mint condition. And they're outstanding. Gerber is one of the most famous companies out there, and they became famous because of the outstanding quality that their knives have. The problem is when a company comes out and it becomes famous, it gets to the point where they start producing stuff in China or Japan. Maxpedition used to do, and it's not a knife company, but Maxpedition makes a lot of gear that we like in this community. And they went from having their stuff made in America to Taiwan to now China. And the stuff that's made in China just does not hold up as well as the stuff that was made in Taiwan, and etc., etc. Taiwan makes some really good stuff. It's not China. Just like Japan is not China. China is China, and they make garbage in general. Not that they cannot make great stuff, because they do make really great stuff. They've made some of the best swords of all times, and their knives are starting to really pick up. But it's the quality control that's not there, and that's what the companies want. They don't care about the quality. They care about the price. They care about the profit. They care about making profit. The name has become famous, so in turn, they're going to charge the same amount, and surprise, it's made in China now. Well, I didn't know that. I thought I was getting Maxpedition gear. So I think it's a real ripoff if you think about that. Maxpedition still makes great gear, by the way. even the stuff that's made in China. But it's just not as good in my opinion. That's why if you see my latest video about Spec Ops gear, watch that video and become a member. And I have a link on that video, and it helps you and me. And you get on that link and you become a member, and they really make some nice USA made products that are made in Texas. Fantastic. Fantastic gear. Really awesome. And I find that it's better just to buy the best. You know? This knife that I'm sharpening here is an older knife. I did not purchase this brand new. I think I got it at a garage sale for like 50 cents. I got nothing better to do today. It's my day off, you know. I am going to play with my family a little bit, but this is a little bit quiet time. I'm drinking my coffee in the morning. And this whetstone is fantastic for all kinds of stuff. Later on I'm going to put more of a mirror edge on my Gerber axe. You just put it there and you can do a really nice mirror edge. And why do you want a mirror edge? Because it lasts longer. A finished edge lasts a lot longer. It doesn't chip or become as dull. And you get a nice mirror edge on stuff, and you'd be surprised how long your knife or your axe stays sharp. It's really neat. And I learned that from a few people that I subscribed to. I really wasn't a big believer in it until I practiced some more with my knives and actually did it. Now I'm going to put some more polishing compound on this, but this is one of my strops. Picked this up on Blade Forms. Look at that nice wood. I forget what kind of wood it is. Beautiful, but I got this for a really good price. I think I paid like $5 for this. There's a guy on Blade Forms that actually makes these and sells them, and they're just absolutely beautiful. Here's another one of my other strops that I use. This is a keen edge, and what's the date on this? This is probably about 75 years old. You can see the old wood. I have one side that I put compound on, and then the other side I put no compound on, but I spray it with ballistol, and it really puts a nice finishing edge on my knives. I really like it. Really cool. Isn't that neat? That's an antique. Really cool. I like it. So you can hear my daughter playing in the background. She's having such a good time today. And later on today we're going to go for a hike. There's a pond close to our house, and we're going to go for a hike there. It's walking distance from our house, so we'll probably go fishing. Even though it's nice and cold and we won't catch anything, but it's just the idea of going. And then we'll make a fire in the backyard. I'll probably use this old axe, and I'm going to dig up some fat wood, and we're going to show my daughter how to make a nice fire. The coolest thing I like about fat wood is you can chop it up and it really gets your fire going quick. I don't use the fat wood to actually start the fire with the fire steel. I'll use like I'll make a little fire bundle, and then I'll start the fire, and then I'll throw the fat wood on it. And the fat wood burns kind of like wax. It's really sweet, really fun. It's fun to find fat wood too. I found some pieces that are absolutely gorgeous. They're beautiful, almost like translucent, beautiful. And I might take you guys for a walk tomorrow and show you how I find fat wood and how I dig it up, and show you what it is. I'm sure some of you guys know how to find it, but some of you don't. And if you do know how to find it, you might find it interesting to watch me find it. Like usual, I won't show any pictures of my daughter, but I don't really show pictures of my family on the internet. Wow, this is cool. This is cool. It's getting there. It's getting a nice mirror finish. Once I go on the strop, it'll really clean up nice. It's getting nice and sharp. It's nice. Strop will get that nice and sharp. Not bad for $1, huh? Or 50 cents? I forget. Neat little knife. Neat. Well, y'all take it easy. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and neat. Nice day off, and time to enjoy a nice winter day. You all take it easy. Bye.